Hey guys, it's Georgie, and you're listening to Heavy Mental Breakdown.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. I
Thanks for
appreciate it.
having me. I'm excited.
You're out in well, I'm here freezing in New York. You're out in sunny LA right now.
Yes, exactly.
So you just moved there, you said about a year ago now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What made you want to say, "Hey New York, I'm taking off for a bit. I'm going to LA."
To be honest, I was in New York for a while, and I think I was reaching a peaking point where I wanted to grow in my career, and I felt a little stunted with like who I wanted to collaborate with and who I wanted to work with, and it was like a lot of me having trips coming to LA
Mm,
and yeah, there was a lot of me just feeling intuitively like I had to be here and pushing it off for as long as possible because I didn't drive and I was just
yeah. I liked how you said intuitively. That's what sparked my move to New York. I'm just like it was based off of
yeah,
feeling. It was like
right?
I need to go out there. I don't know why yet, but I
Yeah.
do. And then I met the greatest person in my life and then I married her. So I think that's why.
That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. I love that. Okay, well,
Yeah.
everyone, if you want to move, you're probably gonna meet your soulmate. Do it.
Exactly. Follow that intuition. It's so much more important than we even know.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh.
That'll be everything.
Um, so how's LA treating you and your music? Are you thinking right now it was a good move, or are you still trying to figure things out there?
Oh, absolutely. It was a great move.
Good.
I think there's a really good, a lot of people say LA doesn't have culture or they need to be shown what's cool. I'm here to disagree. I think there's a lot of really cool subcultures in LA, and I think
Hmm.
maybe people it's you got to figure out where to find them and, find your group of people and you can kind of get into that, but
It's huge and
I
it
think
takes a minute.
yeah, I think there's so much out
Yeah.
here. Like I'm here in New York in like 2022, 2023, even 2020. I was like post COVID, I was like, "Oh, I want to find some really good parties to hear some like, I want to hear some electronic tracks. I want to hear dance
Hmm.
music, but I want to hear it more industrial, more goth, more um synth pop nights and stuff, and there was such a limited amount of parties to go to within that sound. They would be
Yeah.
like a headliner playing, but it wouldn't be like a Thursday night where I could be like, oh, I have like 10 options or 5 options of where I want to go hear that music.
Yeah, that's
And then
true.
it's LA, and it's like there's a goth night there's like 20 happening every night, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Have you
cool
been to
clubs.
Bar Sinister yet?
I have, yes.
Okay.
I played Bar Sinister, I've been to Bar Sinister.
Cool.
Das Bunker is my fave. I love Das
Mm.
Bunker.
Yeah, there's so many good spots out in LA. That's the one thing that I miss the most, I think, is the music scene and the
So good.
like the venue scene, like
Yeah.
driving down Sunset and passing Rainbow Room and the Whiskey A Go
Oh,
Go.
I love Rainbow.
Yeah.
I did New Year's Eve at Rainbow, and it was just me and my friends sitting outside at Rainbow. And there's a big party happening upstairs, and we were just all sitting there, like got the red dim light. Feels like
Yeah.
Duff's New York a little bit, but it's more of
Sure.
an outdoor area and it's a little bit bigger.
And there's always rock stars hanging out there. Like whenever you like if you're there,
Yeah,
more than likely you're going to see somebody that's in a band. I mean,
yeah.
that's a definitely a huge hangout spot. That whole
Oh,
area
it's
actually.
a very iconic spot, and I think, there's
Yeah.
always gonna be those people that are like, "Oh my God, that place isn't cool anymore." But like everything can be still fun. It's just about who you're with. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
absolutely.
And just
Absolutely.
having like a good crowd, a good group of people around you.
Yeah. Yeah. And people like going out to those shows because they just like being at those venues. It's like, I want to
Yeah.
go to the whiskey tonight. I don't even care who's playing. Like that. Like it's always a packed house. I remember there was times where I had nothing to do. I'm like, there's a show at the whiskey tonight. I'm just gonna go
Let's
because I
go.
love that venue.
That's always where I'll be getting, because I don't live in West Hollywood, but I'll be like getting dinner in West Hollywood very
Yeah.
quickly because I just feel like
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
far from you said you're
It's
in
not
low.
even that far. It's just like
Yeah.
when you live in LA and like you just go where you go and like your
Yeah.
corner and stuff, but I'll go to West Hollywood for dinner sometimes, and I'm always like, oh my God, I have to end up at the Rainbow. I have to.
You
Um,
have to. Since you're
or
in that part of town, why not?
yeah, exactly. Or whiskey or Viper Room. The street, it's a good
Yeah.
street to just, hit up. So,
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of your music, what genre would you say that your music is?
that's one of my oddly favorite questions because I think I spend a lot of time trying to shove it down people's throats. Like, this is my sound.
Yeah,
Um, which I think it's really the audience's choice to decide. But I would say like goth pop is sort
goth
of
pop.
is what I would say. Like, I mean, all of my inspirations are in the I have inspirations in the industrial world. I have inspirations in the synth pop world, some in the techno world even. But
Cool.
yeah, I think I'd say goth pop.
My wife's a DJ, a house DJ,
Oh, cool. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
so I just somewhat recently, in the last couple of years, kind of got into that whole genre because I was always just metal punk rock. I was never like
Yeah.
kind of just like blanked everything else out. But I'm like, no, this is actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean house is cool. The four on the floor, it's very it keeps your body moving. You always feel good listening to it. I started
Yeah.
as a house DJ. So,
Oh, cool.
people may or may not know that, but I started in the house music scene in New York and I mean, going way back from like 5 years old, I started in bands. But when I moved to New York and did music, I started in the house music scene. So I have a
Very
lot of
cool.
respect for that community.
Yeah, it's a huge scene too. Like they're always packed shows whenever or places whenever we go out to that, and they don't start till like midnight or something like
Oh
that.
my God. And the stats are like 5 to 10 hours
Yeah.
long. Like, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. When my wife introduced me to it, I was like, I don't know if I have the energy to get into
It's
this
a
genre,
lot.
actually.
It's a lifestyle. People who
It
get into
is.
house music
Yeah.
and like indie dance and techno and melodic techno, all that shit, like it's a lifestyle. Like
It
they're out,
is.
they commit to it. They're at every show. They
Yeah.
are usually LOL behind the DJ booth.
Yeah.
There's such a
Yeah.
culture like that, which I used to hate.
Yeah.
The culture is very like there's a lot of big DJs and there's a lot of like that, but the
Yeah.
music to its core, like Chicago house, is great.
Chicago House.
Well, just like going back to like house music and
Yeah, that's right. Have you visited Chicago?
I've not been I've been in like the Chicago airport, so no,
Okay.
I haven't really visited Chicago, but I know
I lived in Chicago for a bit and I moved there because it was very intuitive. Chicago's my favorite city in the world. And
oh really?
so I moved
Wow.
out there for a bit and the how I actually know a house DJ out there and he was telling me all about that. So yeah, I totally forgot about that. That's true.
Yeah, Chicago,
Cool.
like Detroit, there's the big house scene in
Hmm.
Detroit.
I love Detroit
There's
too.
my
Yeah.
friends are in this or my friends in this band, not really kind of band, I don't know, or DJs not really considered bands actually.
Yeah.
Some of them have live instruments. See, some of them do play live with guitars and shit.
Yeah.
And drums and whatnot, but they're called Ghetto Blaster and they're
Hmm.
cool. Shout out them. They're awesome.
Very cool. Um, so how long has this is it would you call it a solo project or just your project? Like what would you just yeah, solo project? How long have
Yeah.
you been doing this for?
Um I started my first release under Georgi, um, of like what I define Georgi as came out last year. So it's very new, but I've been developing this sound for years and I've ever since that's such a hard question, Matthew. Because if I want to be honest with you, like since I came out of the womb, since I was a baby,
Yeah, yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
girl, like singing, writing songs. But
You were meant for this. You were meant for
I was
this.
born for that. No, but like my whole life I've been writing and had this idea of like what I wanted, but professionally like putting the music out, I mean a few years honestly only because I'd say like 2020 was when I was still in the house scene, and then 2023 I was doing more techno and then moving more into like the EBM like synth music scene, and
Mm.
then
A lot of different inspirations you're pulling from.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I got into the sound that I make came from DJing because I was a resident DJ at a lot of the clubs in New York, and I would
Mm.
always be opening for a house or techno DJ, and I always wanted to play like Depeche Mode and shit. And I was always
Oh,
like,
cool.
and I would sometimes like remixes and stuff, but I was always like, why is there not a lot of like EBM and minimal wave and dark wave and synth pop being played within the techno world? They're so closely, and
Mm.
EBM birthed techno. So there was a lot of like question marks in my head of like why is, in every interview I do, I haven't done that many yet, but I always talk about this because it's one of the driving forces of my project. Like when I started in the EDM world, I was like, where's the EBM? um
Mm.
and
What is EBM again?
EBM is electric body music, so
Oh, okay. Body
it's
music.
sort of like, if you know the bands like Front 242, or like there's a lot of bands kind of like from the 80s, like a lot of the Wax Track records.
Oh, okay.
Ministry, early Ministry, like synth pop stuff. But it's very much like a dancey version of synth pop in a way.
Cool.
Um
Cool.
so yeah, I was just kind of like, that's my favorite stuff to spin, but all the gigs I'm playing, no one's really listening or playing that sound.
Mm. So you're standing out a little bit.
But I didn't like it at the time because it's always fun when you can look back and be like, oh my God. But at the time,
Yeah.
I was like, my manager at the time was very in the EDM world, and he was awesome. He helped me book a lot of shows and stuff. But I felt very much like, I just felt like people really didn't care about what I was saying, and I tried to be like, wait, but
Mm.
we should do more shows like this with this sound, and everyone would be like, like why? We're fine, like.
But have you done any shows out in LA yet?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Tons, tons, tons,
Tons
tons.
of them. Good.
I played with Mr. Kitty at Terragram Ballroom. I played with Diva Destruction at Paramount. Did the Bar Sinister
Mm.
shows.
Mm, cool.
Doing Gold Diggers. This interview will be already out, but on the 26th of February. Um, I am doing a show in May that is gonna be at, I don't know where it's at yet, but it's gonna be a Das Bunker event, so I'm really excited about
Mm,
that. So
cool. You got
yeah,
a
we
lot
have,
of things coming up.
yeah, I like to stay performing, and
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like the stage is your happy place. That's where you can get all this shit out.
you know what's crazy? That is also my most frightening place at the same time. Like
Mm.
I have
Yeah, I get that.
so much fear.
Yeah.
Even being in front of like a DJ deck, like I've DJ'd like 500 shows, and I will still look at it and be like, oh my God, if I fuck up, they're gonna hear, everyone's gonna hear that little note.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if I'm
And
singing,
no one ever will.
yeah, or if I'm singing and my in ears don't work, and keep in
Oh,
mind,
that
like,
too.
I'm still new and I'm still starting, but I'm a perfectionist and I want everything to
Yeah.
sound good. So
It
um
just means you care.
yeah, but yeah, I'll sound check, the in ears will work, and then everyone gets there, and then the club is packed, and then I all of a sudden can't hear anything, and I have to do the whole show like that. So I'm
Mm.
very, I hyper analyze everything,
Mm.
and everything has to be a specific way, and I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and when I have weaknesses, the thing about weaknesses is they take time to become strengths. You can't just be like, this is my weakness and now it's going to be my strength tomorrow. Like
Right.
a lot of times it takes work and effort to make that thing your strength. So it's hard for me to play knowing I still have some weaknesses. Like
Yeah.
it makes me
Well,
feel,
those are all going to get better in time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
you're good. You're
There's a
good.
point where we were playing with a bunch of
Yeah.
MP3 backing track files, and we knew it was all exported wrong, and the files are collapsing. I've had so many moments before shows where I played book club radio, and it would have, I think it'll be launched by the time this is out, but that's like a New York, they record it for YouTube. It's like a big
Hmm.
festival thing, and right 5 minutes before I went on stage, I looked at my record box, which is where, for anyone listening that doesn't know, it's when you, where you download all your music and put it into the correct format to go onto the CDJs. But I was looking at my record box and I realized my files were like all kind of corrupted in a different way. And
Mm,
I brought my computer, thank God, because I did a sound check and I plugged my USB in and I was like, why is everything sounding weird? And then
mm.
I opened up my record box. They were like, "Hey Georgie, all right, we're gonna need you to come up to the stage now." And I literally opened my record box in the green room and I looked at it and I was
Oh
like, "Holy
shit.
shit, this shit is all whack." And then I had to basically like I think I don't know if I dragged them into a different playlist or I think I just re-exported it in a different format. Whatever I did, I saved the day. But if I didn't do that and ran up, my whole set would have been fucked and it would have been recorded for YouTube. So
Well, now you know moving forward if that happens, now you know what to do. And then
exactly.
you won't have to hyperanalyze it. You'll be like, I already know how to do this, so
I
we're
know.
good.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
um,
Totally.
well, I feel honored because I'm one of the first ones to listen to one of your new tracks, and that's called Rain. Um,
Yes.
so
Have you heard it at all yet or no?
no, I have not.
Oh,
I've
okay.
yet to listen to it.
Awesome.
I like doing live reactions. I like trying to find the meanings the first time I hear it because I feel if I were to listen to it, I would hyperanalyze and like what should I talk about? Like what does this mean? And then I'm just like then I just
Yeah.
start to go crazy. I'm like no, I'm just gonna do it
I
live and
think that's a good topic for us to touch upon later is like hyper analyzing yourself because that feels like the theme
yeah.
of the day with us.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, keyword. Let me take note of that.
Yeah.
So is this track? Is it going to be a single? Is it part of something bigger? Where
Yeah.
is this one
Well,
going?
you Heavy Mental Breakdown podcast will be the first to know. I have not
Mm.
said this anywhere. I have an album that's coming out May 27th, and
Ooh,
it's going to be, I believe it's 12 tracks. It's a
sick.
mix of newer work and older work that I feel like I wanted. It's like when you're pregnant, you want to I want to birth this older work, even though part of me does feel like I'm outgrowing it. There's this few tracks that I wanted to keep on the album because they felt like a part of my story. And
Mm.
anyways, so the first album, it's called Love After Dark, and it comes out on May
Mm.
27th. Um, it's a really good debut of my sound, storytelling, all those things. So Rain is the last and final single that comes out before the album drops.
Okay.
And this is a song. Do you want me to say anything about it or do we want to talk about it after?
Very surface level. Yeah, if you can
Okay,
kind of
okay,
just talk
okay.
about what it,
I'll tell
what it
I'll tell you
means to
about who
you and
I won't even tell you that yet.
okay. All
I'll
right.
tell you who I wrote it with because I think it's important to include them.
Okay.
And okay, so when I was moving to LA, there was a producer that had worked on a lot of pop records. And I'm used to working with a lot of producers in the industrial and the goth world, which I love so much. Um, and I was kind of like, I'm intrigued to write with someone more in the pop world. I think I write
Mm.
in a pop essence, and I think it'd be really cool to see what that turn out like as well.
Yeah.
So he has this company called Vamp, very alternative music publishing. It's basically like he did Marina from Marina and the Diamonds, Melanie Martinez, a lot of like dark pop girls. And I have a lot of
Mm.
respect for him because I just feel like a lot of the records have that. Um, there's like a slight edge, but it's very vocally driven and very much
Mm.
about the voice and the singer. And anyways, I wanted to work with him. So this is our first song. His name's CJ Barron, and I think this is a really great record. It's really adds something really different to the album.
Cool.
And yeah, so and my guitarist Daniel, shout out Daniel, he played the intro guitar on there. Always if you have a guitarist, bring him in the sessions
Yeah,
because
absolutely. So you said that the album's coming out May 27th.
yes, and Rain is coming out April 10th.
Why did
Um,
you choose May to release this? Why the 27th? What's the significance
I
of
love
this?
the number 7,
Okay.
and I wanted it to come out before the summertime. And there's a remix album that's gonna follow, and there's a lot that wants to follow. So I wanted it to come out sooner than later. And I just felt like I've put out enough tracks to give a taste to what the album will be.
Hmm.
Um, and it just felt like the right time. I feel like it's gonna be out forever, so why not
And it's
pop?
also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh,
So
yes. Okay, that's
What
great.
a
Mental
yeah.
Health Awareness Month. Well, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
it
yeah.
has that energy. It's getting warmer. We're all kind of like tapping into ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
Um, Things are blossoming, like springtime's ending, like things are really coming forward. This
Cool.
song is definitely, without getting too into it, it's something that I wrote it actually on a walk. I was walking the Silver Lake Reservoir and I was thinking
Mm.
about giving people my power. And that's kind
Hmm.
of where I'll leave us. So we can take a listen.
All right. I am stoked to break this one down. I am very honored to listen to it first. And this is Rain off of the upcoming Georgie album, May 27th. This track drops in April. Let's break it
Hell
down.
yeah.
I know I fell off, and you love to blame. You took what I got, everything. I should have let go, let you in darkness. I should have let go, but I let you.
That was sick. I love that. And like I feel like it kept switching up on me. I'm like, okay, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a slower one, and then you just come right back in it. I like it. A lot of different switch ups there, which keeps the listeners on their toes and wanting to listen to more of it. Like
Oh,
trying to
hell
figure out where it's going to go. I have a line that stuck out to me, but I'm going to hold off till we get there. But I know I fell off, and you love to blame. You took what I got, everything. I should have let go. Let your darkness. I should have let go, but I let you reign.
yeah.
I know I fell off. That's interesting. It starts off with accountability, and it's
That's
like it almost seems like you're like, I know that I was wrong here too. I know that, you know, I play my role in this, and but then you go on to tell the story and
yeah.
some of the darkness. But I like, is that kind of what that is? Kind of just like, that's not a diss track. I'm not, going after
Love
anybody.
this track.
I am taking accountability because I played part in it too. Um, but let me know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you know what my side of this is.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. So I know I fell off was the lyric that really got me when I was writing this because it felt like for a long time I blamed a lot of people in my life for the reason I was where I was.
Mm,
Um, And I was in this period of my life where I had been getting my shit together and I had to look and face the reality. And even though I was with
mm,
somebody that did cause me a lot of pain, I they're not the reason I am where I am in my life. I am. And
mm.
I had to process it. I was growing out of the victim phase and into taking accountability and yeah, like I know I fell off. Like it just kind of felt like the honest truth. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I kind of fell off. Like I said I was going to be in this place and I didn't get there yet and I thought this was going to happen and that didn't happen yet and
yeah.
I got my finances to look like that and that didn't happen yet and all this time I thought of you as such a dark person and not dark person. A problematic person, but at the same
Mm.
time, I'm so far in my life from where I need to be, and who am I to judge you?
One of my favorite songs is by Drake, and it's a song called Headlines. And there is a line in there that's actually probably one of my favorite lines because I feel like I relate to it often.
Oh yeah.
He goes, I had someone wait, what I had someone tell me that I fell off. Ooh, I needed that. Yeah.
Oh
I had someone tell
yeah,
me I
I
fell
remember that.
off.
I remember
Ooh,
that
I
song.
needed that. And just
Yeah.
like
Wow.
I feel
Okay.
that all the time. I'm like, if anybody says anything about me, it, I whether if it's saying I fell off or whatever it is, if I just hear any like negative connotation towards me, I like to flip it and be like, "Thank you for saying that. Now you have
Yeah.
fueled this fire in me."
Well, it's true. I think really like shit starts to change when you start to like take accountability for your life. And
Yeah.
this song is all about instead of dealing with your own problems, you want to just give it to somebody else. I know I fell off and it's like I know where I'm at in my life, but then it's like I know that you have all this darkness, but I'm gonna let you rain. Like it's like when you're in that low place that it's almost
Mm,
easier to deal with someone else's problems than your own.
mm. I should have let you go, but I let you rain. Rain, you rain, wrap me in chains. Put me to shame. I love the pain. I'll let you rain. That reminds me, and just because I'm a big horror geek, it reminds me of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame when they like chain
Oh
him
yes,
down and people are
yes.
looking at him and laughing at him in the streets and like
Oh,
I
I
don't know. I
love
like he's in a moment of like vulnerability
yeah.
and all eyes are on him and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know which direction to go. And so he
Yeah.
kind of at some point just accepts this is what it is right now. And until I can get out of this, like just yeah, look at me then.
I
Like
think
yeah,
I think all of us are like inner masochists in a way.
for
It
sure.
depends on what level and what
Yeah.
extent and how honest you
Yeah,
are with yourself about it.
for
Because
sure.
it could be as simple as someone being like, I'm gonna wake up at 8 a.m. and they continue to snooze their alarm. That's you're harming yourself, even though you don't that doesn't seem like masochism, but like that's like why do we choose to self-sabotage? Why do
Mm,
we choose to keep making the wrong decisions at a small scale or at a really large scale? To me,
mm.
it's all it's coming from a similar place, whether you're staying with somebody that's not a good person and that is hurting or harming you, or you're hurting or harming yourself,
Hmm.
in whatever way. So,
I feel I am a huge victim of self-sabotage.
mm-hmm. Most
Sucks.
of
It's
us
the
are.
worst.
I think you can look in the mirror. The way to know if you're self-sabotaging is look in the mirror and be like, am I giving 100%? Because if I'm
Mm,
giving 100%, I'll get 100%. If
mm.
you're looking at your life, like, why is my life not this way? You're probably not giving 100% and you're probably self-sabotaging.
My therapist last week told me something, and we were talking about I forget what we were talking about, and then I said I didn't wasn't deserving of something or that no I was self sabotaging myself in a way, and he says it sounds like you don't deserve this, that you think you don't even deserve to have this,
Yeah,
and I
totally.
kind of like paused for a second. I'm like,
Facts.
huh, yeah, I think you're right. Why do I feel like I don't deserve this in my
You don't even
life?
realize you don't
Yeah,
think you deserve it. Sometimes you're like,
yeah,
no, I want that. I
yeah,
want
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, well, why am I running from the thing that I want? I'm telling everyone
Exactly.
I want it. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about how much I want it, but my actions don't show that I really want it.
Yeah. It's
So,
weird.
yeah, this song is it's interesting because the album is very much like a heartbreak album. It's very much about giving somebody your power, but this song is so much more to me than just a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like your rebirth almost. Like
Hmm.
you finally have been able to take the chains off and now you're not
Yeah.
held down anymore. You moved to LA. You're not your chains are off. You're doing your thing. You're doing all these shows. Sounds like owning your account like having accountability for the things you've done, but
Yeah.
also letting everyone know that the chains are off now.
Yeah.
Now it's
And
your
it's
turn.
also showing the light of when we love being, when we don't realize we enjoy not being happy.
It's
Why
very
we,
easy to get stuck there.
it is because it feels so impossible to be happy sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just so much easier to just be like staying in this autopilot freeze state.
Yeah.
And this song is about almost like I'm letting the autopilot free state reign my life. It's not even fully about a person. It's
Hmm.
really not. It was and it wasn't, but it is and it isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, I take, yeah, you say you rain, rap me, you'll put me to I feel just like
Neither.
the feeling of it feels like you're writing this to yourself.
Also, it's kind of about anxiety in a way.
Mm. Yeah, the anxiety has its reins on you.
It rains all over me.
Anxiety can definitely chain you down.
Totally. Totally.
This is a deep one. There's a lot of different layers here. It's like how you structured it with all the different layers and it switches up.
Yeah.
Like I feel like your
There's a switch
lyrics and
up.
the meaning behind it are like matching this even just the structure of the song.
Yeah. Everything's symbolic.
Cool. Cool. Well, let's keep listening then.
All right.
You like me numb, dull and beautiful, death by the sun, so abusable. Whisper in my ear till I disappear. Should have let you go. I'll let you.
All right, we'll stop it there. And the next time we play it, we'll just play it through because we'll just run it to the end.
Hell
But
yeah.
we got some lyrics to dive into, some new lyrics. You like me numb, dull and beautiful. Numb has always been an important word to me in my life and in mental health and with music. Growing up, still, well, not still to this day. Was a big Linkin Park fan, and their song "Numb" has always stuck with me because I
Yeah.
feel like there's things that I go through in my life where it just doesn't even affect me anymore because I feel like I'm just so low already. It's like, all right, just keep throwing it on me. Like I'm just so numb to this already. And the dull and beautiful part, it's like that one actually kind of hurts because it just feels like someone that's being taken advantage of. And just like
Mm.
not seeing your inner value or even just any value. It's dull and beautiful. Like as long as it looks good, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and
It's
there's
like,
also
yeah.
there's a disassociative tone in the vocal there. Like this the first verse I feel like has more emotion in it. The second verse feels more disassociative. It's almost like the more you admit what's happening, the more you emotionally remove yourself in a weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um but yeah, you like me numb, dull and beautiful. I think that's me to myself.
Mm.
I think I'm uncovering this song as I'm talking to you. I think when I wrote it, there was moments where me and CJ were like, "Oh, this feels like it's about anxiety," but then we were also like, "It also feels like you're giving someone your power." But also giving your power away, like taking your own power away, doesn't have to be to somebody, just to the void. I think that the
No,
second,
not even the void, it's you.
yeah,
Because in the chorus, I love the pain.
yeah, it is to you. It's a self sabotage. See,
It kind of is.
I'm still self sabotaging. I myself doesn't even want to admit fully.
This
No,
is
but
and maybe you even see yourself no or just like the listener like you see yourself the person that the song's about like I seem numb dull and beautiful like I know that I'm a beautiful person but there's things about me that make like
I know
I
I
don't
have
know I don't know it kind of yeah
yeah. The second verse is very much like I know I have a good heart, but I
yeah
don't know how to feel things anymore.
yeah yeah
It's
yeah
not
yeah
my
yeah that's
fault.
exactly where I took it yeah
There'll be people in my life that are close to me that'll be like, Georgie, like sometimes I feel like you don't care. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you and I care about you so much. Like, what are you talking about? Like I think about you every day. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yes. And it's because I'm very disassociative. I'm like, I have to do what I have to do. I have to get that done. I'm working on being more present, but
Mm,
I definitely struggle with a lot of disassociation, and we'll get more into that in a bit.
disassociation. That's a good word to counterpart numb.
Mm-hmm.
Death by the Sun, so abusable. Since I'm a horror fan, I'm going to say something real quick. That sounds like a vampire.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like as soon as you step out and there's daylight, you
You
can't
need
stand
some.
it.
You need
You
some lost
you
boys.
I love exactly. I love the pain. Uh Death by the Sun. It seems like there's a lot of darkness, and like I feel like sun is just something you don't even want. Like
I
nothing's
used to
bright.
hate the daylight. My
Yeah.
least favorite time of the day, I've overcame this, used to be 1 p.m. I hated it so much. It's
Hmm.
such a random hour, but I hated it because around 3 it would get dark soon. When I first woke up in the morning, usually I'd be in my house, but like whenever I had to be out in the sun around like 1 or 2, I really didn't like that.
I hate the sun. I
Yeah, I've
really
gotten
do.
better about it. I will say I do enjoy it more now than I used to, but
Well, because you have to get more adjusted to it living out in LA.
yeah, you have no choice.
You have
Yeah,
no choice.
yeah, totally.
Death by the Sun, vampires, it's just they're alive at night. That's when they come alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like the house scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you're used to. That's your vibe. Whisper in my ear till I disappear. Should have let you go. Knowing that you did something to yourself. I know, well, should have let you go.
But instead, I let you reign.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Whisper in my ear. Is that just like your inner voice, kind of?
Yeah, that's the thoughts where every time you
Yeah,
feel
it's your
like you
thoughts.
have doubt about something or you can do something, then all of a sudden the whispers come in, and then it's like I'm a I'm actually a very confident person in the sense like I know that eventually I'll get to where I need to go, but it's the process that terrifies me. People say enjoy the process, but
Yeah.
is really scary to me. The unknown. I
Yeah.
come from a very unstable family, so it reminds me of that a lot.
Mm.
But
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Unstable family. Here
my
we
mom
go.
will watch this and be like, "Hey, no, she knows we went through it together." But
Huh.
no, um, yeah, that's the same thing. It's like here's the self sabotage whispering in my ear again. I'm not gonna do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then you do it, and then you're like, ah, I just don't have enough self control. You know?
Mm. Have you always been like that with everything, like with school and work
Oh,
and this music, or?
I'm so extreme. Yeah. When I was a kid, my mom would be like, "You have to go to sleep. You have school in the morning," and I'd stay up reading with like a light under my blanket for hours because I needed to finish what I was reading or writing, or I needed to finish my show. I'm the type of person that would like call out of work to like finish a show I'm watching. I don't actually do that because I
Yeah.
can't, but in the perfect world, I would if I
Yeah.
could
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because if I'm doing something, I'm doing it. If I'm in a session, I don't like being like, let's write for 3 hours. Like, what if I want to write for 3 days? Like, I'm very extreme.
Mm.
Um, and
I
when,
get it. And
yeah, like,
here's why I get it. And I talk about it, I'm very open about it, but I have well, yeah, I have bipolar 2,
oh
and
wow,
I have a lot of manic episodes
oh
where
yeah,
I am up for days.
yeah,
Days like I'm working on a project. Like this studio here, like this was not here a couple months ago, and it's actually a massive studio. There's like green screens in the back and stuff, but I took on this like project of repainting the walls, buying decorations. I think I worked for 3 days straight on it.
oh
I like
wow,
just not sleeping, just like I need to get it done. I need to get it done, and then I
yeah,
slept for like a week straight. It's just like it
oh yeah,
crashed
that's
because I
totally
just
how
totally
I am
crashed.
too. It's so hard not to be like that sometimes. And I'm
Yeah,
sure you know with that kind of extremity, it's
yeah.
difficult to have discipline about not doing things. Like this is a silly one and people are gonna be like, this is not a big deal, but I'm addicted to sugar right now. And
Mm,
I went sober 2 years ago.
good for
So
you.
like, nothing, no caffeine, no alcohol, nothing like that.
Wow.
And I'm still, I mean, I'm not fully sober anymore. I'm not drinking a lot, but I recognize the reason of going sober, which we'll get to, is because I was agoraphobic and I had extreme panic disorder and depersonalization and all this shit.
Mm.
Um So I had to go sober in order. And I wasn't like crazy or anything, but
Yeah, because all that just amplifies it to a different level.
it does. It does. So
Yeah.
I had to wait a few years till I got to the point where I was stable again. And I'm not really
Mm.
like a drinker anymore. Like, it was my birthday and I had like a sip of sake. Like when I say a sip, like I actually mean like I had a sip and was like, oh, cool, like sake. Because I was like, it's also not healthy for me in my own journey to be like, that's forbidden forever because it's not
Yeah.
something I think I have a problem with in that way. It was more of something I had
Right.
to remove out of my life for a minute, and it probably still will stay mainly removed out of my life. But I had to learn balance and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult for me to say no. Like the sugar thing, like I will be staring at my Uber Eats for like 15 minutes. Like, don't get the cookie. You're gonna feel like shit in the morning. You're gonna have
Oh
brain
no.
fog. You're not gonna feel good. You don't need to spend them
Mm.
$30 to Uber Eats one cookie. Like I will
Mm.
be literally staring at my phone, and I will 90% always do it because I
Why do
can't.
you think you always talk to yourself that way?
I think I have really high expectations for myself, and I really
Mm.
don't like when I don't make them. And like I know the type of person I could be, and I would like to be that person.
Mm. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Totally.
I'm getting you as a person, Georgie, and I feel like I understand a lot of what you're saying. And this song took on a whole meaning to me that like
It took on a whole new
was
meaning for me breaking
yeah
this down with you.
yeah
Sometimes you
yeah
don't realize how genuine a song is until you finish it. You know what I mean? And then you process
yeah
it. You're just writing. I'm just writing. I'm like,
yeah
ooh, this feels like what I want to say, and I don't even know why I want to say this, but this is coming out. This
yeah
rhymes with that. And then you step back and you're like, whoa, this is my whole life in a song. What
yeah
happened?
yeah. And that's why I was saying earlier, like I like doing these breakdowns because I feel like you can just learn so much about the person
Yeah,
by
totally,
reading their lyrics.
totally.
If you analyze them and dive into them, you can like, oh, this is what this person's going through, but then I can relate it. So it has all these like double meanings to it and just makes it like
Yeah,
an awesome fucking song.
absolutely.
Well, let's write this track out.
Let's do
Um,
it.
and I feel like should I say it? Maybe I'll say it. I feel like since it's already, we still have a whole minute left, and there's no new lyrics, and it's just I feel like there's like a dance part coming up
There is.
to
Yeah.
kind like, and I knew that because this song is about you. You wrote this song to yourself, and it has everything in here that is you from your New York days now to your LA days, and it's kind of all in one. I knew there was a house part coming in. Uh, so let's check that out.
Let's do it.
Usable whisper in my ear till I disappear. Should have let you go. I'll let you.
Well, that was Rain by Georgie. I have thoughts. Got a couple thoughts.
Thanks for listening, first off.
Thank you
And
for sharing. I like how it ended, kind of how it started. You
mm,
know, like it because it started off a little bit slow and then it got, we really got into it and then it ended slow again. It was
mhm.
like it reminds me of like a cycle that repeats. over
I
and
love
over
that.
again.
I love the way
Because
you're
it's
dissecting
like it
that.
starts off like it's like it feels like the calm before the storm almost. It's like, okay, I'm going to dive into something, and then it just goes boom, and it just goes into it. But by the end of it, like you're right back in that
You're
calm
right
before.
back where you started.
You're right back where you started,
Yeah.
and you know the course is coming back again. It's just this cycle in our head that plays over and over again, and we feel good. We can let it out, and that's where that like
There's
dance part
moments.
comes in.
Yes, the release, the
Yeah, it's the
oh,
release of it. It's the
oh,
release in the song.
oh.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you do something shamefully, but you have fun because you're avoiding something. It's almost like you're kind of
Mm,
in that embrace of like,
yeah.
what I'm living this way right now and it feels good. And I know it's not gonna get
Yeah.
better, but like it's fine.
Yeah. And then it slows down, so it's kind of like the party's over, the night's over,
Yeah,
the excitement's done. It's not there anymore.
totally. Yeah.
Now I'm back to panicking about my career,
Yeah.
or just tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anything. Could be anything.
Yeah, totally.
How are you? Well, so with this song being so personal to you and having so much meaning, how are you feeling about releasing it?
I'm excited because in a way it has this polished sound to it.
It sounds really
Where
good.
it's so there's rawness in the songwriting and in the production, but there's also something really polished about it. So it almost feels
Hmm.
like a good intro to like this is how I've been feeling without
Mm,
with still leaving more room to grow, if that makes sense.
it
But I'm
does.
really like excited about it because it has a lot of the sounds that I love too. Every producer knows this about me, and anyone who's a fan of mine will know this if they don't know this, is that I'm very heavily involved in the music production element, and I
Mm,
really am. I love carving out a specific sound. I think just as much as a story can be told through songwriting, which is my background, I just love carving out a very specific sound of my favorite choices. I love guitars. I love there are elements in pop rock music that I really like. There's elements obviously in like the 80s goth that I really really love. There's elements in some drum machine stuff from the industrial era like I really love, and somehow it comes out as this polished pop song. And it's almost but it's almost it's quite interesting because it kind of wants to become its own little thing within all. If you looked at my playlist, you'd be like, girl, your music sounds nothing like that. um
mm,
but also you can hear little moments of it, so
sure.
I like how it became a
Yeah.
thing within many many things.
It's a mix of everything you love.
Yeah.
Like I can totally hear that song at like a house, show or something, or like a goth show, or
Yeah.
even like at like a like a pop show. Like I feel like there's little bits and pieces that just like
Well, that's why,
bring it
Matthew,
all together. Yeah.
it's a blessing and a curse to
Right.
have music like that
Yeah.
because
No, I get it.
have the people that love
Only
it
want this style.
and that come from all walks
Yeah.
of life, and then you have the
Yeah.
people that hate me and that are like,
Oh.
well, that are like, why would you take these beautiful elements of this culture and trash it into this pop song? There's a
Oh.
lot of that too, and
Really?
oh yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
Coming from like the punk community or a goth adjacent culture, there's a lot of that gatekeeping energy of
Huh.
don't touch our sound. Let it be for or only replicate it so it sounds the exact same. Don't do anything different with it. It's very
Ah.
sacred, and there's a whole community, and there's this a beautiful sound, which is why I'll never really identify. It's so funny. My bio is I'm your favorite goth princess, but to me that's like I'm your favorite princess means like to me in my brain like pop girl. So I'm like I'm your favorite goth pop princess. Um, but to some
Did you
people
like that song,
they're like
Punk?
you're not goth. I'm like
Do you know that song, Punk Rock Princess by Something Corporate?
I don't know.
It's a
Punk rock princess.
punk
Sounds like
rock princess from Something Corporate. That's a blast from the past. Fucking love those dudes. I used to listen to that song all the time. And
I
isn't
was
there like
corporate.
yeah, isn't there also like a Good Charlotte song too that says like
Oh yeah, this is early 2000s.
yeah, that's when music was fucking incredible. That's
Oh
when
my God.
like Newfound Glory and Good Charlotte, all some of my favorite bands
Yeah.
started to
Oh,
coming out.
yeah.
Drive
That's
Through Records. I don't think
yeah.
they're.
Drive Through Records.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still around or
OG. That
not.
was like the emo label. Like kind of
Yeah,
adjacent.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Drive
fuck.
Through.
Drive Through Records. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
them up, see if they're still around.
Fucking Drive Through, man. Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
Drive Through Records.
And like
Absolutely.
I feel like your style can be on a,
That's kind
you
of my
know,
question for you and for anyone
yeah.
listening. Like, where would you put someone like me? Would you put me on tour with like a fucking, I don't know, like a Dua Lipa, or would you put me on tour with like a Nine Inch Nails?
I would say more Nine Inch Nails, Tool, kind of that kind of
Yeah.
world. Like not like I'm not saying your music sounds like Tool, but like I feel like in that genre, if you like opened or something like that, kind of set a
Yeah.
vibe, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't really say like a Warp Tour.
It doesn't feel Warped Tour to me because it's not really emo. It feels
Right,
more
right.
like, um,
Do you know? I hope I don't. I'm not saying it wrong, but Incarnation or something like that in Ohio. Do you know that one? That festival?
it sounds like subtly familiar, but I've never.
Yeah, look up that one. I feel like that's exactly where I would if I was booking that event, I would be like, we need to get Georgie on this event.
Oh, okay, interesting. I'm
I
gonna
think
look this.
it's every May in I think it's is it Columbus? It's either Columbus or Cleveland. I've never been to it, but it's on my list.
So the con maybe it has like Sick New World vibes. I have played Sick
Okay,
New
I can see
World
that too. I
after
can see
playing
that.
stuff. Let me see the lineup. Limp Bizkit, Bad Omen.
Is
Uh,
that for sick?
no, this is
Oh,
Incarnation.
oh, okay, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
so interesting 'cause I don't even listen to a lot of these bands. I has Poppy, that's cool. I don't listen to a lot of like rock music. It's more industrial and goth than rock or like alt rock or anything like that. So a lot of these bands I don't even really know.
And actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, so with Mental Fest coming up in May, I have this goth artist from Salem, Massachusetts, who's going to be playing it,
Oh,
and
cool.
she has kind of uh a synthy vibe to her, but she's going to do like an acoustic set.
Oh,
And
very
then my
cool.
wife is closing out the night with a house goth DJ set.
Okay,
But
so I
before,
like this. I like this like intersection. How
yeah, but right before we got some rock bands, like we got some rock bands playing. So it's like as
man,
the night,
everything's just like
yeah,
like
as the night gets later, I'm like, oh, from like midnight to like 2, my wife can do this thing, and then around 11 o'clock at night, the Salem synth babe's gonna come in and just destroy it.
I love that.
So
Ooh,
I'm
so
like, you
great.
know,
Love
it's
you.
it's it's really hard to like put somebody in like a category. And that's
Yeah,
one of my goals of Mental Fest too, because these lineups are all over the place.
I love that. I love that, and I just love hearing things. When I think about my favorite bands, it's just honest. It's just
Hmm.
honest, and
Yeah.
like any fucking sound, it's just got to be honest, and I love it.
So
Nothing.
besides your music, besides when you're recording and writing, how big of a role does music play in your mental health? Just like on a daily basis, when you're doing errands, when you're working
Oh,
out, or just when you're doing anything besides your music.
I'm
What does
constantly
music do for you?
music is a big release for me. It makes me feel really heard. It makes me feel um there's an artist I listen to that nobody would ever guess. In fact, I sent it to my manager and he was like, "This is your Spotify Wrapped?" I would have never thought this guy would have been on there because I don't talk about it. It's like my little mental health artist that I not little, he's a big artist, but I listen to him for my mental health. NF. Do you
Oh
know
my
NF?
God. I knew you were gonna say that.
Did you?
I mean, I'm a huge Eminem fan, by the way.
Oh, well, they're kind
And
of
so white rappers from Detroit's kind of my thing.
yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, I
I
love
love NF so
oh
much.
my God, he's
I listened to him. He was on my rap actually.
oh really?
He
Oh my
was
God,
on my
so
rap. He was
fun.
on my Spotify rap too. I love him.
I love that. Yeah, no, he's so real and raw. When I'm in my car driving down the streets worrying
Mm.
about something, I put him on and I feel so connected. And
Yeah, me
him and
too.
Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty was another big one for me. I used to listen to After Dark and all those nostalgic dark synthwave
Mm.
tracks, like Night Driving. Like I just loved it. But yeah, NF lyrically, and melodically as well, I really just connect to his storytelling. And
Yeah.
he had this one line where it said, I feel like I need medicine, but I'm scared to take it, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
I had written a line that I don't know if I had heard his line before or after, but it was around the same time I was writing my line, and it really resonated. I was like, oh my God, I just wrote something like that. And my line was, I'm taking antidepressants, but I'm scared they fuck up my brain.
Mm.
And that's from a different song that's on the album called Superstar. Um, that will not be out when this
The
podcast.
artist that I was telling you about, Nadia Vea, her song is called I Think Too Much. And it's
Oh,
all
I
about
like
being
that.
in your head.
I think too much is so
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
My favorite NF quote is, I don't know who I would be if I was happy.
Oh yeah. Wow. That's a good one. That's a good
That
one.
song means so much to me.
I love that. You know what's weird
Mm,
about me, Matthew? I'm not one of those people that remembers like sometimes song titles and albums. Like I don't know why my brain doesn't like. Sometimes people will be like, "Oh my God!" Like if you asked me what my favorite NF album was, I probably listened to every single song of his, and I could not tell you because
The Search is his best one, but yeah, go ahead.
I think let me actually look. I think you might be right on that.
There's a
But I'm not.
song on it called I Miss the Days.
Oh my God! Wait, I think I listened to that today. I miss the days. I listened
Yeah.
to that today.
Oh shit, I did too.
Ah! That is crazy. I listened
Because
to
I
that
do
today.
miss those days. The days of just
Oh my
being,
God, I listened to that.
yeah,
He's so good with like the vocal chops and like the operatic elements, and then
yeah.
it's really out of the box. I love it. But
Yeah, and you know what? He is one of the reasons why I got the courage to start this podcast.
what? Wait, why is
Yeah,
this turning into like
the
an NF
courage.
like
Yeah,
fan pot like moment where both like we love you? Wait, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Because he went. Okay, how do I say this? I'm kind of overstimulated in my brain right now because I'm stoked on the. We shared this and we listened to the same song today. Randomly
No,
NF's I Missed the Day, but
I love Paralyzed NF,
that's a hard one to listen to.
but that's how I feel.
Mm. Wait, that's the one that goes, when did I become so numb? That
Hmm.
one, right?
The
Fuck.
one, that's the
I
one.
hate that song, but I love it.
Good.
Oh my God. I feel like we can have a whole episode on it. I actually do. I on my
Gotta get him on this podcast.
huh?
You got to get him on the
Oh
podcast.
yeah, absolutely. I would love to.
Have you reached out?
No.
You should.
No.
You should.
I have a list of artists. Actually, the artist who inspired me to do this in the first place was Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Slipknot's a cool band. I like them.
I
I still
it
like
was
them.
more on Corey personally. I saw
Okay.
like on YouTube, he has a sit down interview with a therapist, and Corey's talking about his abuse as a child and his
Oh,
parents.
wow.
Like I'm like my teenage self, if I would think that this dude in the mask and screaming and is going to be on an interview with a therapist who open to the world soon,
I
I'd be
know.
like, no,
I
that's not
know.
true.
It's
Anyway,
their
but yeah,
vulnerability. Their
yeah.
vulnerability is.
But you were telling me about how
Music.
music is a role in your life,
Yeah.
and I feel
So
like
music.
felt like we got really sidetracked there.
So I used to struggle with depersonalization. Do you know what that is?
Deep personalized. Is that just like throwing it all on yourself and like you thinking everything you did it?
No, I
No?
wish.
Okay.
It's when you think everything around you is fake. Like you feel like life is fake.
Okay.
Um,
Fake in what way? What do you mean? Like,
it happens a lot to people who are on drugs and stuff, where like they like ketamine or something, where they like depersonalize from their body and have an out of body, out of reality experience.
mm,
I got it sober, but it was a form of extreme trauma where like you basically can't cope with reality anymore, so you just decide to leave. And you're still physically here, but you look around you and it feels like you're in a video game. It just feels like everything's fake around you. Like you're watching your life.
Hmm.
You're not the person living it. Really
Interesting.
scary state to be in. Chester Bennington had it from Lincoln Park. Um, and a lot of I've Googled celebrities that had it because I felt very alone when I had it. God bless to anyone out here if they do have it. It
I
sucks
was
a
gonna
lot.
try to show you. I've got. Wait, can you? Oh, right. Oh, it's really hard to see it, but right here is my Chester Bennington poster.
Oh, I love
I
that.
always keep him with me.
Oh, I love that. He's so talented, so naturally.
Chester means so much to me. Still does. Always will.
Yeah. Um,
But
totally.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
So
haven't heard of that.
it's a really weird thing, and it's really hard to explain. If you Google it, you can understand. But a lot of people that experience panic attacks experience a form of it sometimes, where when you're in a panic
Mm.
attack, instead of it being bodily, like you can't breathe, it might be more psychological, and you might feel like that's so funny. Sorry, my neighbor was just like staring at me through the window, and we live really close. He just shut his curtain. Anyway.
He's like she's talking to herself again.
I know. He's like, she's crazy. But like, if you've ever had a panic attack, your heart starts to beat and race. Depersonalization's like that, but it's psychological. Your mind starts to zone out. It's really hard to explain,
Hmm.
and I really hope a lot of people don't experience it. But anyway, so I had that for a while. I had it on and off as a kid, but I had it more in my early 20s. So not that long ago, but I had it and I was struggling with it, and the point is I would listen to music, and that was the thing that could get me to walk outside because I would feel like I could connect to
Mm.
something when everything else around me didn't feel real. So
Mm.
I had a really strong relationship with music in that sense.
How
But
do you
yeah,
feel about live shows? When you talk about music makes you feel something, what do you know when you're at like your favorite show or just any show, what does that do to you?
I don't go to a lot of shows actually. I'm more of a
Mm.
headphones in kind of girl.
You just want to be alone in the moment with it.
Yeah, I will say I do.
Mm.
I mean, I've been to a lot of shows. I, as a DJ or as an attendee, seeing live bands as well. Loved. What's a show that really moved me? Um, I mean, I feel like the most recent Nine Inch Nails show I went to
Mm.
was really really good.
Cool.
What
Was
else?
that at the bowl, the Hollywood Bowl?
It was at the Kia Forum.
Oh yeah, okay.
I went to a really good
Cool.
Till Lindemann show. The head guy from Rammstein. That was a really good show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like, but I don't go to too many shows. Oh, what's the band? She passed away. This sort of gothic band. I saw them play at Dark Force Fest. I was DJing opening for some bands, and I got to see them play, and it was very ethereal, and it
Mm.
really opened my heart up. So those were good shows. But
Mm.
yeah, no, I mean, definitely live shows are great. But I'm more
How
of a
about when you were DJing? How did that make you feel like kind of having that like not power, but like that kind of power to make people also feel? You know,
hmm,
people are listening to your music and they're dancing and they're vibing out,
yeah.
connecting together. How does that feel as an artist to be able to kind of
It
provide
feels
that outlet for
really
people?
it feels really cool. You feel really cool. You're like, oh wow, it's like I'm cool right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't love DJing as much as most people that DJ do. I DJ more because I get opportunities that I think I can provide some good music for. But I'm not like I prefer to sing and play with my band.
Mm.
I'm also like I DJ'd a lot of shows I didn't want to play for a while because it was like my full-time job, so I wasn't connecting to the music as much. But I actually I have a series in LA called Synth.tv, and
Hmm.
it's sort of like Boiler Room, like we film the sets, but it's all highlighting music in the EBM, synth, dark wave space, and highlighting local talent as well as legendary talent. So I really enjoy playing
Interesting.
those events. Those events I love playing. But I
Where
don't
where are those located at? Out in
um
LA?
do them with the Houston Brothers, which is the hospitality group in LA. So we started our
Mm.
first one at Break Room 86, one of their venues in Koreatown, and we have a next one is at Madame Siam. Um,
Hmm.
that will be already done by the time this comes out, but that's February 19th. And then we should be having more at Madame Siam and changing different events, but it's all about the music and the culture that I love. So
That's
those I
awesome.
do enjoy playing.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Well, if you ever need any awareness for that stuff, I'd love to
Yeah,
share things or,
absolutely.
whatever.
We
I'm
should
I'm
definitely
getting into
talk.
the event space, sponsoring shows, throwing shows, and it's
Yeah,
just fun. It's just a
we
lot
should
of fun to be
definitely
a
100% talk about doing something like that. I mean,
Sure.
I think mental health awareness is something I will always get behind. You're
Mm,
nothing without your mental health. Like
no. No, no,
nothing.
no,
Putting
no.
that behind is one thing I learned in my life. Like it's not an option. I used to think, oh, I could just deal with how I feel about that later. You really just have to be present and deal with your
Yeah.
emotions to survive in this world.
So, what is your once like your go-to track when you're feeling a little
Ooh,
depressed or a little down? What is your go-to track to kind of pick you up a little bit?
God, that is such a hard question because I have like 50,000. Let me look at my
Yeah.
Spotify and I'll tell you something I'm listening to right now because that question's a really tough one for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a toughie.
It is. It's a hard one. Mine's probably Crawling from Linkin Park.
That's a good one. There's like so many NF, but we covered NF a lot, so I kind of
Yeah.
want to go in a different direction for this answer.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'd probably say Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, The Smiths.
Heaven knows
That
I'm miserable now.
that track, I don't know if you can hear this.
I can hear that.
Miserable now.
Mm,
It's
that's
literally
a
like
good one.
I needed a job and then I found a job.
Yeah.
Now I'm miserable too, and I'm miserable with that. But why? You're probably like, well, why does that make you happy? Because
Yeah.
you feel supported, you feel less alone,
Yeah.
and then you feel happy.
And the music is even upbeat too, and it sounds like it's a happy song
It
too. So
does.
it's like
It does.
yeah, sometimes when you're in that shit, like it's best to kind of just dance it off or laugh it off and just be like, fuck, I'm in it again. Fuck, I'm here. Why not? Let's just dance then.
I think the Smiths always hit the spot for that.
It's I haven't listened to them in a while. It's been a
Yeah,
minute. It's been a minute.
they're
Ugh.
really good.
So besides all the craziness, all the shows and the new EP, the new album that's coming out, what does 2026 look like for Georgie and her music?
Hmm. Well, I would say 2026 for my music looks like people really getting to know me as an artist and my sound, coming into my world,
Mm,
welcoming people of all walks of life, also sharing my inspirations. A lot of the younger generation. I'm technically Gen Z, but the generation beneath me now, um, introducing them to some amazing
mm,
bands that I love that inspire my music a lot.
yeah.
Um, just yeah, it looks like a lot of putting out music that's been in the incubator for a very long time. So it looks like
It
a
seems
lot
like
of
you want to create a community more than just make it about the music.
yes, I do.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
cool.
I
That's
do. I
cool.
want to create a cult.
Ah, that would be awesome. Well, you're in the best place for it, so
I know. Well, I do. I call my fans my vamps. They're my
your
vamps.
vamps. Well, if somebody were to say, "Hey, Georgie, where's the best place to go for all things you?" Where would you
Hmm.
send them?
I'd probably send them to my Instagram. ooh, I gotta get better about that. I'd probably send them to my Instagram, which is just Georgie Bangs,
No, I
Georgibangs.
mean that's the same for me too, and
Um,
that's where everybody says. Everybody on this show says just go to our
Like
Instagram.
I have Georgie.live, which is the landing page of like releases. I have bitchhouserecords.com, which is
Hmm.
my label website. Eventually there'll be a Georgie website, but right now I'm really just honing into Instagram for
Yeah,
that.
I mean that's
So
where most people are anyway
yeah,
right
and
now.
then
So
Georgie on Spotify. Yeah, guys, definitely look out for the album Love After Dark if you are curious about the music or the sound. There's a lot. There's like 12 tracks on it. There's a deluxe version. There's a remix album. And then there's going to be another two body of works that I'm finishing after that. So there's a lot of
awesome!
music
It's
coming.
gonna be a busy year for you.
I like it. I like to stay busy,
Yeah,
and also feel grounded.
yeah, yeah. But that's a tough one though, huh?
Working on working on it.
We're all working on it. May 27th, your album drops. Everybody go to Instagram where you can keep track of that and the singles that are coming out. You said the one that we broke down is going to be the first single, and that's coming
Yeah,
out
right.
April. Can you remind me of the date again? April
April
10th.
10th. If that changes, I'm sorry, but it's supposed to be April 10th. It's called Rain by Georgie, and you guys should check it out.
Stream it on Spotify, stream it everywhere. Georgie, thank you for coming on this and talking about your mental health. And it's not an easy thing to do, especially to someone you've never met. So I appreciate it. And the more that we're all opening up, the more everybody else will. So I appreciate
Exactly.
that.
It's a very normal thing, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's a normal thing.
Thanks for having a platform that we can do this for.
Absolutely.